be on the air. They don't have to be. But tonight it's my daughter, Farron, so that's kind of special. She just turned 14, so yesterday, by the way, so happy birthday again. Yeah, I can't see the red line to the bottom here because the students are standing in the way there, so we'll have to deal with that. But I do have the outline of the court ready to go here. So anyway, we have starting lineups coming up. I also have a conversation I had with head coach Megan Quam. I guess we could take a listen to that. First of all, let's take a quick break, and then we'll be back with Megan and our game coming up. It's a little delayed because the JV game took a little bit longer than expected. It went into a third set, and all kinds of fun was had by all. But we'll take a quick break and then be back with Megan Quam conversation coming up here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
A brand new house, or you just got done with a remodeling project. You want to show it off, but the construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. This is Beth Ayatt. After the work is done, let Service Master by Ayatt make sure that you don't have to do more work to clean up after the construction crew leaves. Show off and demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Ayatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
A brand new house, or you just got done with a remodeling project.
By GT is proud to be a sponsor of Albert Lea Athletics. We're committed to protecting your home with seamless gutters and leak protection, just like we're committed to supporting your local athletes.
Join us in cheering on the Tigers this season. For your home's protection, visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate.
Together, we're building a stronger community on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Gutters by GT is seamless solutions, reliable protection for you and your team. Find out more at guttersbygt.com.
All right, back here in Albert Lea, and I want to make sure they're not going to do the national anthem here because I don't want to play the interview while that's in the background. But if they start the lineups, okay, we're going to do the national anthem first, and then we'll hear from Megan Quam on my pregame interview with her. So it is national anthem time here from Albert Lea High School on AlbertLeeLive.com. Volleyball action between Faribault and Albert Lea coming up here, girls. Ready to go. They're down to their last 3 games of the season, too. Give me your headphones. Give me your headphones. All right, we are getting ready for starting lineups. While they do that, I'll have you listen to my interview with Megan Quam.
Number 6, Audrey DeBruzzi. Number 7, Anna Bachman. Number 12, Elena Simon. Number 15, Mara Gonzalez. The starting lineup for the Dolphins. Number 1, Niamh Reed.
teams, because teams can always go in there and play really hard and show a lot of effort, and they can sometimes surprise you. So we have to be ready for anything, especially in the Big Nine.
Yeah. Only 3 more regular season matches left. A tough one at Mayo Thursday, and then another tough one here against West next Tuesday.
Yeah. We're ready.
Right now, we talked off the air. You're in a kind of a battle with Austin for that 4th seed in the section.
Yeah.
And that's important because that'd be a home game.
Yeah, anything that we can get under our belt this week and then next week, and then we do have a tournament up in Apple Valley this weekend that could help our QRF. So, hoping that we end the regular season strong so that we can go in strong for that section voting.
Yeah, no doubt. Now, you got 6 seniors that I know of coming down the home stretch here of their time with you. 4 of them have names that start with A.
Sure.
What do Araya, Olivia, Annalie, Abby, Mackenzie, and Nevaeh mean to you?
And then New there, our libero.
And New, yes.
They mean the world to me. They've been such good leaders in our program since 6th grade. They've been playing. They've been playing together. They're just really exciting and excited girls about volleyball, and they show that through the program. They come and they're dedicated every single day. In the summer, they're dedicated. They do fundraising for us. They just are really great, positive leaders in our community in the volleyball court at school.
Yeah, what doesn't Nevaeh do?
Yeah, exactly, right.
And I hear from coaches all the time that have been in coaching forever that past athletes come back into their lives when they get married, when they have a kid. They're lifelong friends.
Yes, for sure. It's really important as a coach to build those relationships, and I want to be there for this time in their life. It's a very crucial time for their confidence and building them up. So, being there for them is important as a coach, and hopefully they come back and are always knowing that I'm cheering them on from the sidelines, whichever path they're going on. So,
hey, good for you, and good luck.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Talk to you soon.
Yeah.
There you go, Megan Kwong with some cool words there about the seniors and the rest of the team, of course. It's about ready to get going here. And I have the student section. I cannot move them, but they're in my way. I mean, we can see a lot of the court. I guess, well, that's not my view. Anyway, well, go with it. And it is going to be, the referees are checking out all the starters, the numbers, making sure everybody who said they were going to be there is there. As we get ready to go here, we're going to have girls swimming and diving on Thursday here on AlbertLeeLive.com. And also football Friday, of course, from Waseca, as Faribault will serve to begin here. Lefty Amira Williams serving here to start the game. And it goes off of the Falcons and out of bounds. They've only won 1 game, the Falcons, so this should be a 2 straight set victory here for Albert Lea, I would think. We've won 8 games, 8 and 10. And should be able to get past Faribault. Although, like I said in the pregame with Megan, there was a 7-year losing streak. Now, nice serve there from Wackles to start the scoring here. And as far as offensively on the serve, and she can go for a while too. She can get on a roll and serves it into the back row. But I forget what I was just talking about, but they're underway. Wackles with the set. She just passed 1,000 set assists last time we saw her in her career. That one's down for Faribault and their first point of this first set. 2 on Albert Lea as you see on the screen here. And that one goes long, so 3-1, they get the serve back. Yeah, I forgot New, the senior libero. She's in red for Albert Lea on the left side of your screen. She can freely substitute whenever she wants to. She can move around, and that's what liberos are. Kind of the queen of the court, as you could say, even though Nevaeh Wackles is a real queen, being homecoming queen. And a successful serve gives a 4-1 lead to your Tigers with Mackenzie Johnson serving, another senior. She also plays libero from time to time. But for the most part, she's been a defensive setter. Here's a ball across, and it hits. Nice little softer kill there. Put down by LEA. And it's a 5-1 lead. Here's the next serve. FARIBAULT having trouble getting it across here lately. Or even getting a dig on it, but they do get a couple there. Nice rally. And one that is going to count. Whoa, no, and maybe it won't count. That's a really good recovery, but it still goes under the net in a 6-1 Albert Lea lead. Six to 1 as Mackenzie Johnson is on a service roll here. 2 or 3 in a row for her. She digs that one out and across, and it befuddles the Falcons as Amira Williams couldn't figure out what to do with it and hit her right in a breadbasket there. 7 to 1 as Mackenzie keeps serving and putting distance between them and the Falcons. That one, another one hits the coach over there, the Falcons. She's going to call timeout. It's 8 to 1 Albert Lea. Great start to this first set here at Orange Early Gym. Let's take a quick break and be back with more coming up here from AlbertLeaLive.com.
By GT is proud to be a sponsor of Albert Lea Athletics. We're committed to protecting your home with seamless gutters and leak protection, just like we're committed to supporting your local athletes.
Join us in cheering on the Tigers this season. For your home's protection, visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate.
Together, we're building a stronger community on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Gutters by GT is seamless solutions, reliable protection for you and your team. Find out more at guttersbygt.com.
Back here at Albert Lea High School, volleyball. Big 9 volleyball. It's going to be tough for Albert Lea to advance much after today because they got Mayo and West, like I mentioned. They're the 4th and 5th place teams in the Big 9. And those are their next 2. Although I didn't know there was a schedule. I didn't see the schedule when it said they're going to have a tournament up in the Twin Cities. So that could help them too if they can get a few wins there. I don't know that Austin's going to be there, but they might have one of their own. That one is in on the nice serve as continuing to roll from the service line is Mackenzie Johnson. And it's 9 to 1. First set action. And then on a little late, we had a JV game go long, 3 sets. So they finished that one up, and that one is off of Tiger, and finally break the service game of Mackenzie Johnson, but it's 9 to 2 now. Of course, they go to 25, win by 2. Third set. The deciding set, if it goes to the 5th, is necessary, would be a game to 15, or a match to 15. It's actually a set. Each game to 25 is a set. As they get the point there and continue the service. It's over nicely. Kylie Birkin is the server for FARIBAULT here, the last 2 points. See if the Tigers can get it back. Nice dig for New, but it goes backwards, and it's going to be Birkin serving again. She's got 2 points in a row for her squad, 9-4, Albert Lea. Student section standing in front of us here and having fun. We'll just let them roll. We'll know by their reaction if it goes out of bounds here on the near side. We can't see it. That's a nice little soft hit and a kill for Albert Lea to make it 10-4, and they'll have the serve back. Coming in for New is Annalie Hill, number 7. Going back to serve, looks like Taylor Johnson. It is. Say a nice dig out of the back row, but it's out of bounds off of FARIBAULT, and that's going to keep Taylor rolling and make it 11-4. doesn't quite get over the net, and it's going to be 13. Or 12-4. 12-4. Taylor Johnson, Jr., continues to serve. Big overhead right. And they do get it back across. A little awkward looking, but Faribault is diving and not making the play. 13-4. Nice dive there for libero Stella Herta. She's an 8th grader. They have 2 8th graders and 2 9th graders on the 3 9th graders on the Faribault team, so they're quite young. 4 seniors, no juniors. That one goes out of bounds. Another point for Taylor and Tigers. 14-4 now here in this first set. So yeah, Faribault quite young. 5 seniors, no juniors, 1 sophomore, and the rest 9th and 8th graders. So a little different for Albert Lee with 6 seniors. Or 7, I guess. I forgot about New. That one drops in for the Tigers, and everything's coming up roses for Albert Lee. 15-4. 7 seniors, 4 juniors for Albert Lee, 1 sophomore, and 1 freshman on their varsity roster. So, tale of 2 very different teams age-wise, and it shows. Your libero's an 8th grader, and she must be an excellent athlete, probably plays a couple, 3 sports, but just the experience factor, they're running her ragged, and it's 16-4 as we have a timeout here at Orange Early, and we'll take the break with them here on AlbertLeeLive.com.
A brand new house, or you just got done with a remodeling project. You want to show it off, but the construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. This is Beth Ayatt. After the work is done, let Service Master by Ayatt make sure that you don't have to do more work to clean up after the construction crew leaves. Show off and demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Ayatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Taylor Johnson in the middle of a 5-point service run here to make it 16-4 Tigers in the first set. Megan Quam shouting out her instructions. Faribault, they get that one across awkwardly, but it gets there. And a kill, is it in? They say yes. 17-4. 6 in a row for Taylor. And she serves again. Very deep and out. So that ends that run there. But 6 in a row makes it 17-5. And looks like Faribault will serve with Elena Simon, one of their seniors, a setter by trade. 8 points away from wrapping up this first set, and only having given up 5 so far. Albert Lee playing well today. And again, it's Faribault. They're the bottom of the Big 9. Only 1 win on the year. And it's cross court, but out of bounds. So Simon will continue serving. 17-6. I guess I don't have to say it every time. It's right there on the screen for you. But if you're busy, maybe you're doing housework while watching or listening to the game in the background or watching it. That's dug out of the back row. Nice job there for Mackenzie Johnson. Albert Lee keeping it alive. They got to get it over here. They do on a nice light hit. New got one outstretched arm on that one and saved the day. Nice play by Mackenzie Johnson, too, to get it across, and then eventually Albert Lee gets the point and get that serve back. 18-6. Need another 7-point service run and put this one away. Coming in to serve is Abby Harvest, one of the seniors. And a kill there for Faribault. Gets them the serve back. And the point there, 18-7. Jocelyn Herda will be serving here for the Falcons as they substitute. One girl there. It's serve on the way and into the back row. Nice block by Faribault there at the net by Amira Williams. And they do get it across. Boy, what a scramble that time for the Falcons. Nice left-handed kill for Wachholz, and it's 18-8. Oh, that was out of bounds. I thought it was good. I guess it was long, unless she hit the net or something. I didn't see that. Serve is long, though. And it goes back to LEA now 19-8. 6 points away from the first set. Skull chant comes up. People eating pickles and nachos and popcorn and candy bars all over in front of me. Making me hungry. So serving for Albert Lee is Leah Say on this point. See if she can get a roll going here with a 19-8 lead. Blocked by the Tigers, but they can't do anything with it. So 19-9. And the libero, young 8th grader, Kylie Birkin, serving for Faribault. Youngest girl on the court, and she gets a point, 19-10. You got to be a pretty good athlete as an 8th grader to be making the varsity squad in any sport. So good for her. As she has the Tigers down to, that was close getting it over. They got it. Set by Wachholz, a hit over by Say. Actually, that was Talamantes who hit it over, number 6. The 6 and 8 look a little like from my vantage point, as it is now 19-11, and a timeout is called as Stella Herda goes on kind of a run here for her Falcons. So the baseball playoffs continue. It's National League time today. And the Mets won at home, taking out Philly 7-2. They lead that series 2-1. And then out west, the Dodgers and Padres going at it. I believe that isn't that series tied at 1 each. My phone is very slow here in the gym. Decides. Actually, if I was not on the broadcast here on AlbertLeeLive.com, it would probably be working just fine. But since I am, it decides to go slow. Just about done with the timeout here. 19-11 Albert Lee. Trying to close out this first set. I believe the late game is getting underway soon, if not already, here for the Dodgers and Padres. But it's not coming up on my phone, so I will call the game here instead. As your libero, Herda, keeps serving. She's got 2 in a row now and has brought her team back to a 19-11 deficit. Ooh, without touching the net, that was pretty skillful on the Falcons' part. And a kill attempt by Hill gets blocked, and it's a 3 in a row for Herda. It's 19-12. And she can't stop the ball, and it rolls all the way to the wall. So only a 7-point lead here. They've had as much as a 10, 11-point gap, but that one, and we'll get them back to serve. Nice job by Talamantes on that far side. And back to serve is libero Nu, one of the seniors for Megan Quam's Tigers. And that a nice serve right off the hands of Tori Menahan. Wasn't ready for it in the back row, or didn't know how to place her hands on that one. So 21-12, 4 away from the win here in set number 1. New gives it a ride across the net. Falcons dink that one over, and here's Talamontes with a kill, and it goes down for a 22-12 lead. 3 to go, New, let's do it. Got the crowd behind her. Pretty good crowd here tonight. It's left-handed kill shot for Elena Simon. And that'll be back to the Falcons to serve Amira Williams. She's a sophomore. But Albert Lee up 9 with only 3 points to get here in this first set. Knocked over. Falcons hit the net. And so Albert Lee gets the point, and they're 2 away with Wachholz serving. The queen. Queen serving 23-13. And they're back to their 10-point lead. And they do get it across, although they're going to call some sort of a infraction on the Falcons. Now it's set point for Nevaeh Wachholz and the Tigers. And a hard serve, a nice line driver, but dug out by the libero. Nobody's going to have to work for this one. They do get it over. Nice job. And that one hits the corner for Faribault, and they stay alive. Still down 10 with the serve here. It's Tori Manahan, and that's long. So that's the first set. 25-14 goes to Albert Lee. Never really in question, but yeah, the Dodgers Padres, they start at 8:08. So coming up here in just moments, they will start. But keep it right here at albertlealive.com. We've got volleyball tonight. Tomorrow it's nothing, but Thursday it'll be girls swimming and diving at 6 o'clock here against Naked West, I believe. Friday, football at Waseca. Tough game for Albert Lee. Waseca's had a really good year. The Tigers have some momentum going with a 2-game winning streak. First time in over 27 years they've put together a winning streak. But looking good in their last couple of games. Actually, homecoming, it took 2 touchdowns in the last 45 seconds to win. But they got the job done, and that propelled them to a big win over Worthington last Friday, 33-13. As Noah Teeter, 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter. Teeter touchdowns. I was trying to alliterate that with teeter-tot somehow, but I really can't do it, so at least I couldn't think of one. But thanks. Also, FARIBAULTLive.com is tuning in tonight, as well as LEA.com. Our friends to the north at Faribault Live. Check them out for Falcon Sports and in events. We did last night the choir and orchestra concert here in the high school auditorium. And my daughter was in that too. She's been in 3 broadcasts and now running cameras tonight. She's going to take over the company pretty soon, but you know I'm talking on the air, so I can't ask her any questions. But, that's all right. Getting ready here for the second set. 1-0 Albert Lee with a 25-14 dominating win. And they can put them away here. Well, not quite put them away, but if you're down 2-0, you're not coming back, especially if you lose by 10 again here in the second set. It'll just be a matter of time, but Jay Paul with you here, and of course, if you want to Advertise on elderlylive.com or FARIBAULT.com for that matter. Give me a call, give me a text, 507-402-1600. My email is jaylmrmedia@gmail.com. So it's jaylmrmedia@gmail.com. And we'll set up a meeting, we'll talk, we'll get you all situated, and you'll be on the air in no time at all with us here. Advertising, you get the logo that switches up there in the upper left corner. Every 10 seconds, a new logo from one of our sponsors. And, of course, you could sponsor the scoreboard as well with a broadcast package for an added cost. You can sponsor whatever you want, really. Scoreboard or a team. Sponsoring a team allows us to actually go to the section games with them, and that's why we thank GT Windows and Doors and Gutters by GT for sponsoring the football team. And that puts his logo in the bottom right corner throughout the football games. Does not disappear. And he's also in the ones that rotate at 10 seconds. And a lot of other goodies, commercials. And you get to be on our website in a couple of different places where if somebody clicks on your banner ad, that'll go right to your whatever you want it to be, a social media site or a website. It'll take them direct there. So it's a family. We've got, like I said, students that get paid to run cameras and do some things with us here and even work on air if they want to, like my daughter tonight. As that one is down for Faribault, and they start the second set with the first point. 507-402-1600. That's my number, or jlmrmedia@gmail.com. Either way, we'll set up a meeting, get you started. Doesn't take very long turnaround at all, a couple of days. And we can have you on our next game. That one goes long, so a 1-1 score here as Albert Lee wrestles the serve back. And coming in to do that is Mackenzie Johnson. She had a good service game last set with 4 or 5 in a row, I think it was. That one goes into the net. They're not able to recover. It's 2-1 Albert Lee, and they're on their way again. Best of 5, of course. So you're going to win 3 sets. And so far, in the early going, it's looking like all Tigers here as that one is hit into the scorer's table, 3-1. See, it did not move the set numbers under the score. Didn't put a 1 up underneath Albert Lee. Am I supposed to do that? I'm just learning the system here, folks. As Faribault sends it back. And out of bounds. Couple of substitutions. Ball goes out in the hallway. And Faribault will get the serve trailing 3-2. And a block at the net there for the Falcons. And they tie it up. Serving for them, Anastasia Bachman, senior. And over and 2, and that was sneaky by Wachholz. Instead of setting it, she sends it over there and gets the point and gets the serve back for her team. And it'll be Taylor Johnson going back for serve and up 4-3. Short-lived, though, and back to Faribault. Tied at 4 into the net. 5-4 Tigers. And Taylor, no, it's not Taylor. Abby Harvest serving. And a nice save in the back row there by Mackenzie Johnson. A dig diving dig. And they live to play another day with a nice job by, that would just say, on that right side. Or is it the left? It's on the far side, let's put it that way. Number 8 for the Tigers. And a block of the net. Falcons get it over, though, and off of a Tiger player on the block. So 5-5. Five to 5, serving Falcons is Elena Simon. Nice soft hit over and down. Annalie Hill gives the Tigers the lead back. And the serve. And going back to do that is Leah Say, the youngest. Well, no, I guess there's a freshman, Natalie Calfee, on the team. But other than her, Leah Say is the youngest as a sophomore. The lone sophomore. And to the back row, nice serve. Kind of in the middle there, a diving attempt from the back row, I was trying to say, but it fails for the Falcons. 7-5. Albert Lee need to go on a run here and widen the gap. Take the heart right out of them. I know that's mean, but that's sports for you, man. And that one, a hard shot off of Abby Harvest and out of bounds, so tightens it up to a 1-point game as Falcons bring in Tori Manahan, number 10. Out goes Anastasia Bachman, and serving is Mara Gonzalez. And they get it over. So do the Tigers. And a nice rally here for both clubs. And the Falcons end up getting that one. So a 7-7 score now here in set number 2. Albert Lee winning that first one 25-14. Rather easily. Had a 10 or more point lead a couple of different times. Ended up winning by 11. That one's in on the serve. Ace for Jocelyn Herta, and a timeout called as Faribault has their first. Well, they did lead at 1-0 in this game. So this would be their second lead of the night at 8-7 here in set number 2. And we will break with the crew here and be back 15 seconds here at albertlealive.com.
By GT is proud to be a sponsor of Albert Lea Athletics. We're committed to protecting your home with seamless gutters and leak protection.
For your home's protection, visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate.
Together, we're building a stronger community on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Back here at Ori Jurley, and the Falcons taking a little extra time in the huddle. Up 1 with the serve. Just their second lead of the night. Both were 1-point leads. They are going through the growing pains of a young squad. Just one win this year. And there are only 3 games left, 3 matches left, just like Albert Lee. Oh, that one hit the ceiling here. And it's blocked at the net nicely. They put down. That looked like Talamantes with the point there. 8-8. New will serve for the Tigers. And New kind of handcuffs the back row there, but they did get it across. Try a smash there on the far side by Talamantes, but that does not work out. And now Faribault with another 1-point lead. And welcome again to our friends, FARIBAULT.com and AlbertLeeLive.com, both broadcasting this tilt from Albert Lee. As out of the back row, up and across, now blocked. was either Walkholz or Johnson. One of the two got a hold of that one, and it is now tied at 9. And Nevaeh will go back to serve. And, ooh, I thought it was going to be an ace, but they did dig it out and get it across. Cross court, out of bounds. So back to the visiting Falcons. The tuba player for the band is wearing his pajamas. He's got a onesie on. Did it have feet too? I don't think so. I think they're gone now. The band broke up. It's like the Beatles. They broke up. That is long for Falcons, and so Albert Lea will serve again with Walkholz. Or, no, I guess somebody's got to come in to serve. So in comes Mackenzie Johnson to do just that. She'll replace Talamantes. 10-10. Second set. Albert Lea up 1-0. Trying to pull away here. FARIBAULT has stayed with them here in the second set, though. And that one is all Nevaeh on the kill. 11-10. Or was that Johnson? I thought it was Nevaeh, but she was acting like it was Taylor, but it looked like number 9. From my vantage point, here's the little soft hit across, and it works for the Falcons. They'll wrestle back that serve and make a switch. Anastasia Bachman coming in for Tori Menahan. 11-11. I always see the time at 11-11. What does that mean? It's not every day, but that's a nice shot off of Falcon. That'll get served back for the Tigers, and they take the lead again by 1, 12-11. New coming out into the game is Annalie Hill for Albert Lea, number 7. Yeah, I tend to look at the clock and notice 11-11 quite a bit. I hope it's good news. It's 13-11 now. Hill in the game, and serving is Taylor Johnson. That one, another point as it ricochets off the libero into the crowd, into the student section. And now a 3-point gap as the Tigers start to pull away here, 14-11. And nice save there, going out of bounds and around the net for Amira Williams. That one hits nicely for the Tigers. And they're having a fun time. Things are going well for them. 15-11. Taylor will keep serving. You're going to have a much tougher time, though, Thursday night at Mayo and next Tuesday against Mankato West. Those two teams near the top of the standings. And FARIBAULT way at the bottom, as they can't get to that one, and it's 16-11. Taylor keeps serving. She had a great service game in that first set, too. Timeout is called, and we can take the break with them here, too, on AlbertLeeLive.com.
GT is proud to be a sponsor of Albert Lea Athletics. We're committed to protecting your home with seamless gutters and leak protection, just like we're committed to supporting your local athletes.
Join us in cheering on the Tigers this season. For your home's protection, visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate.
Together, we're building a stronger community on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Gutters by GT is seamless solutions, reliable protection for you and your team. Find out more at guttersbygt.com.
A brand new house, or you just got done with a remodeling project. You want to show it off, but the construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. This is Beth Ayatt. After the work is done, let Service Master by Ayatt make sure that you don't have to do more work to clean up after the construction crew leaves. Show off and demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Ayatt today, 877-945-0993.
The van, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Tigers up 5, second set, winning the first one 25-14. And starting to take control here with Taylor Johnson serving. And it's in, they let it go, but it was right on that side there, far side inbound, 17-11. A lot of people have these giant pickles. They look pretty good. I didn't know they served those. I like those. As a 6-point lead here for Albert Lea. And the Falcons playing with them on this point. Ooh, that one handcuffed Nevaeh. And it will give the Falcons another serve with Kylie Birkin, the 8th grader, doing that. 5-point lead for Tigers. And a dig. New has the set, and Nevaeh will get it over. A push shot there for the Falcons, and then Nevaeh does her patented, we don't have to do it in 3. She hits it over early and tries to surprise the team, but that one, and it worked, but eventually the point goes to the Falcons, and it's 17-13. And a nice serve. The 8th grader, one of 2 on the Falcon team, Kylie Birkin, outside hitter, getting a few in a row here, 17-14. Power kill there for Annalie Hill. And the Tigers will serve here with, it looks like Abby Harvest coming off the bench to serve with a 4-point lead here. 7 away from taking the second set. We have another band concert next Monday night. Or is it choir? I always forget. Is it choir or band fair? Choir next Monday in the auditorium, 6:30, I believe. So the full choir. They played with the orchestra, but I think they just have their own solo show. Next Monday, we'll have that here on OurLeaLive.com. It's band? Oh, it is band. All right. It's a band concert. And they did not play. We had the orchestra and the choir. So the band will get their shot on Monday here on OurLeaLive.com, as well as a full slate of sports here this week. We got the volleyball game going on now with a 2-point Tiger advantage. Girls swimming and diving Thursday, their last home meet, I believe. And then before sections, and then that one down for the Tigers. They take a 3-point lead, and serving is Leah Say. And then Friday, of course, football from Waseca, 7 o'clock start. It's me and Chad. Trying to shock the world on that one. Nice jump up and kill there for Hill. 20-16 as they've turned the corner here. Just 5 away from taking the second set. Say serves it. Oh, almost an ace. And it goes out of bounds off of the nice dig, but that helps Albert Lee's cause as they're 4 away from a win here. And Leah Say on a roll from the service line. And a violation, stepped on the line, looks like. So a point, 22-16. for the Tigers. Barely across the tape, and it's too far of a dive for Livero Stellaherta. And the 8th grader can't get to it. It's 23-16, just 2 points away from ending the second set and taking a 2-0 lead here from Ori Jurley. Jim on AlbertLeeLive.com. So the one baseball game is over. The Phillies lost in New York. Mets take 2-1 lead. Who'd have thunk? The Mets, one step away from the NLCS. But I think, are these best of 7 when they get to the NLDS and ALDS? I'll have to look ahead here and say, Game 5 if necessary. So yeah, that's best of 5 actually in the divisional round. And the other game just got started. Dodgers Padres with LA up 1-0 top of the second. Let me guess, was it an Ohtani homer? No, it was a Betts homer for the Dodgers. Here we are back to action here with a 7-point lead for the Tigers, trying to close it out, 2 points away. Second set here. Nice push across, and that works perfectly. That was Wachholz. And it's a set point here, 24-16. Not unexpected. I don't know that I thought they'd sweep them out of here in 3 sets, but they might, having won the first 2 here fairly handily, 14-16 so far. See if Faribault can fight back with a few points here, or if Alberti puts them away for set number 2. Oh, nice block by the Falcons. And a short, she was between hops, was Leah Say, and unable to get there. And that was actually Talamonte's my 6 and my 8. I got to figure out what I'm looking at here, but they're both in the game right now, so it's kind of confusing. But they do live another day, do Faribault, but they're still 7 down, and it's still set point number 2. That one, no doubt about it. Talamontes puts that one in, and 25-17 in set number 2. And so dominating performance so far for the Tigers. They can put them away with another win, straight set win. I think it'd be tough to see Faribault, having 1 win on the year, come back and win a set here, but they could do it. You just never know. Boy, how about those Vikings? You know, I caution people. I hate to be the voice of caution, but I'm old enough to have lived through all 4 Super Bowl losses. Saw them all. Viking fan from way back, probably about 69, 70, when they actually won the NFL championship, beating Cleveland before the 2 leagues had merged. So, yeah, I go back a long ways, and I've seen a lot of bad things with the Vikings. So I'm just telling you, last time a 5-0 team missed the playoffs was 8 years ago, and it was the Vikings. Remember Sam Bradford, who we got from Philly, I think it was? His quarterback. That was the year we had him, and it all fell apart after a big start. But temper it. have fun, though. Hey, I'm having a blast watching them get these big leads, and thankfully they've been able to hang on. And they, after Detroit, they have the bye, of course, this week, and then a Detroit game that could be tough and be a deciding factor in the NFC North. But after that, it really doesn't. The schedule doesn't get tough. I was trying to get this on my phone, but it's, of course, taking forever. Our schedule after Detroit, until about week 8 or 9, it's not all that tough. But those are the ones that maybe you stumble because you have too much thinking you're that much better than everybody. Lions, then the Rams at Los Angeles, but they're 1-4 this year. Pretty good 1-4 team. Dangerous. The Colts are at our place. Then the Jags, we go to Jacksonville. And a 1-4 Jags team. The Titans have only 1 win. The Bears are 3-2, but I think we could take care of them. That's in Chicago. I would hope so. I think our defense will bother the rookie quarterback there. Then we're at home against Arizona. We have Atlanta with Kirk Cousins and crew coming in. Chicago again, at Seattle. Packers at U.S. Bank, and then the Lions on the road to wrap up the season. So there's some teams in there that could give us some trouble. I'm not saying we're going undefeated or anything. That'd be nice. This would be the year that they go, all kinds of new faces on the defense and on the offense, running back. I mean, some very important positions, running back and quarterback. And all over the defense, new faces. But, man, they're putting together early. Not only good coaching, but good students picking up their system and really shining. But they've got to stop letting people come back on them, too. That's a bad habit to get into. As we start our third set here, Albert Lea up 2-0 with a 14-17 win in the first two, and that one starts Faribault 1-0, just like last set. With Amira Williams serving. Jay Paul here on AlbertLeaLive.com. I look forward to your call or text. It's 507-402-1600 if you want to help out with us here on our broadcasts. We had a young lady get a hold of us who wanted to do some graphic work on our social media pages, and that's cool too. Paid position. Got my daughter doing some camera work for us, along with a guy named Noah McAfee. Junior, and also Bella helped me out on a girls swimming and diving event once. So it serves into the net, so a 3-serve run there for the Falcons. Williams, but Wacholtz back to serve here for Albert Lea, trailing 3-1. Trying to close it out here in 3 sets. Best of 5. As it's over. And a smash is blocked. Nice job there by a number 9 that I don't have on my JV number 9. Brenna Vanderveen is a freshman. She's a tall freshman. She got the job done at the net, and Faribault up 4-1. Biggest lead of the night for them. Nice save out of that back row by Leah Say. And allowed the Tigers to get that over. New is going to, that hit a rafter and took a left turn and goes against the Tigers there. 5-1 Faribault. Student section right in front of us here. Guarding the out-of-bounds line on the near side. Back to Albert Lea here, a 5-2 deficit. Coming in to serve Mackenzie Johnson. And she replaces Olivia Talamontes. See if Mack can get him on a roll here. The Falcons return her serve. No, it was hit at the net. I guess that even fooled me. I thought it went over and was blocked back, but it was blocked straight down and falls for a Falcon point. 6-2. Serving is Kylie Birkin. Tigers knock it over, and a kill there for Araya Hansen. And it's 6-3. As Taylor Johnson goes back to serve. Fresh in the game is Annalie Hill, front row. That was a kill. Oh, it's back and forth here lately. 7-3 Faribault, back to their 4-point advantage. And their fans with something to cheer about for once. No, I'm sorry, FARIBAULT.live.com is listening in, but, I'm not lying. It's been fairly dominated by Albert Lea here until now, as they're up 8-3 are the Falcons. Again, we have cross-promotion with 2 of our 4 cities involved here that we cover. There's Northfield and Owatonna, Faribault, and Albert Lea, the Big 9. So we have 2 of them. We try and stream it on both of those networks. And right now, 8-3 Faribault back in 15 on AlbertLeeLive.com.
Service Master by Ayat's Janitorial Services cover everything from floor care and carpet cleaning to general cleaning, windows, and power washing. Call Service Master by Ayat today.
The man, the yellow van, called Service Master.
8-3 Faribault, down 2 sets to none. As the Tigers took care of the first set, 25-14, and 25-17 in the second. But Faribault has taken the 8-3 lead early here in the third set. And serving. Let's see if the Tigers can get it back. No, didn't quite make it over the top of the net. 9-3. And again, Faribault with a point, 10-3. Well, they're pulling away here. Third set. Wachholz and Hill are up front. Yeah. And up and over. The Tigers with Say. Had a block right back into her face, but she was able to keep it alive. I don't even think that's Say, though. Is that Talamantes? It was Leah Say. Didn't work out for the Tigers, though. They're down 11-3 here. Well, they have a set to give. In fact, they have 2 sets to give if they had to. They're going to go to the limit here tonight, but that one is long on the serve for the Falcons. So back to the Tigers, and in comes number 12, Abby Harvest, to serve. Abby, get on a roll here and bring your team back. It's 11-4, and that one does not make it across. Albert Lee thought that, or thinks that it was their point, but referee saw something else, and it goes to Faribault in there. 12-4 lead. Into that back row. Tigers knock it back across. Falcons set up for a kill shot and goes back far, but they get it back across. Nice hustle there. Rally for the Tigers. And back and forth it goes. Great rally here for both clubs. And blocked at the net by Annalie Hill, and it'll be back to the Tigers to serve. And they break that string there. 12-5, though. They got a ways to go to get back into this one. Talamantes comes back in for Mackenzie Johnson for the Tigers, and it's 12-5. Hey, nice serve. Leah Say picks up a point on the service line, and the lead is double now, 12-6. Again, blocked out of bounds by Hill, and that gives it back to the Falcons with a 7-point lead. 8th grade libero Stella Herda serving. She went on a run in one of the first 2 sets of several points in a row from the service line. That one might have been headed out of bounds, but it was hit by the Falcons as Jocelyn Herda put her arm out there and got a piece of that one. So 13-7. Albert Lee's libero New will serve. Too long. Quickly back to the Falcons, and they're up 7. Substitution in for Faribault is number 9, Brenna Vanderveen. Serving, Amira Williams. And a soft touch over for the Tigers. Blocked and nicely done. It was Wacholzer Johnson. They're kind of a team. With one, you get the other. They stick close together. But here's Wacholzer to serve, trailing by 6. Trying to close them out if they can win this set. Faribault trying to extend the match with a third set win here. There's 11 away yet, so plenty of time for Albany to come back.
I promise if I had it on God,
As, dude, you got to get out. Hey, you're in my way. This guy's standing right in front of me, and he won't sit down. Got to stay down. I can't see. On the way back to the Tigers. And across. Nice rally for both clubs here. And the Tigers get it across. Can the Falcons do so? This is the longest rally of the night. Back and forth it goes. Wacholzer with the set, and they are able to get it back across, the Falcons. And a little soft shot over. Wacholzer able to save the day there. And that might have been long, but it was hit by Say and out of bounds. Point Falcons, 15-8 lead. I'm going to bring Anastasia Bachman in for Tori Manahan to serve. Up 7, 10 away from a set win. And that one they let go, and it is out of bounds. So Tigers get the serve back quickly. And going back to serve, and just in the game, Mackenzie Johnson. Taking the place of Talamontes. It's a service game, and they need some serves here. Down 6. Not that I have anything to do. It'd just be nice to see them get a straight sets win here against a Faribault team that's been struggling. Give them some confidence heading into their game Mayo on Thursday. One of the better teams of the Big Nine, and West also after that next Tuesday. We probably have that one for you here next Tuesday. The last volleyball game of the year. That's a nice kill. Hit down by Araya Hansen, and it's 15-10. I mentioned it, I try to mention it each broadcast because I don't want expectations to get too high and then we can't meet them. But we are not doing state tournament games unless the Alberta football team goes to state, which is possible because they're on a roll. They're playing real well. I'm not going to discount that as Falcons get the serve back, take the 6-point lead. But we can't do state tournament because MSHSL rules for streaming are against streaming at the state tournament level. We could do section games if we have a sponsor for the team, and we do with Adam Gedeke, GT Window and Doors, and Gutters by GT sponsoring the football team, so we can do their section games, but we don't have a sponsor for volleyball or girls or boys soccer, so we're not doing their section games. And by the way, both soccer teams play their section openers Thursday. The boys are on the road at St. Peter. The girls are here against, I forget, and see Sophie there, and a friend of my daughter's is here, so saying hi. Time out here, but like I said, we unfortunately the rules are against streamers at the state tournament because, you know, they want you. MSHSL has 45, channel 45. They want you to watch the games on that. Can't blame them, but we're going to try and get them to see it our way here eventually. And I suppose we could go up and do audio only. It still would cost us a pretty penny because they charge us more than radio stations. But I know it's not fair, but, you know, we're hanging in there and doing the best we can. But like I said, if the Alberta football team would happen to go to state, I believe we'd go up there and do audio only. I think they found a new weapon in Noah Teeter. He had 2 touchdown receptions and a scoop and score defensively, all in the fourth quarter last week. So hopefully he continues that. Team keeps going. Tegan Tolber's doing a great job at quarterback. They're getting some running now. And, of course, the passing game has always been the best so far this year. The defense actually has been the best. Special teams defense, too. But the offensive passing game has been rolling most of the year. Back on the way here. 8-point Faribault lead in set number 3. Trying to keep things going and force a 4th set. Well, LEA taking the first 2 fairly easily, and now down 8. Would be a big comeback to win this one and sweep the Falcons out of the gym, but they can do it. Boy, they've had some long rallies lately. It's really fun to watch the quality play going back and forth, save after nice dig after nice dig and sets, and there's another dig. New gets that one out of there, and it's back across. No. Too many hits. That was Araya Hansen who put it across, but Falcons will get the serve. 19-10. What a year that was. I'm just joking. Kylie Birkin serving. Ooh, New with a big dig. Almost face planted trying to get that one. Is that in? It was in the corner for Faribault. That was nicely placed to take a 10-point lead here. Well, it looks more and more like a 4th set on the way. Again, my scoreboard doesn't work for the sets. It's 2-0 Elder Lee. And another nice rally going here. As they're getting their money's worth here tonight. 20-10 Faribault lead right now. In the corner, nice kill. Taylor Johnson. And it makes it 20-11. Still a long way back for the Tigers. Taylor will serve here. It's Raya Hansen in on the front line. Along with Annalie Hill and Leah Say. Those are the 3 on the front, on the net at this point. And that's Leah with the kill. 20-12. Taylor continues to serve. So far she can bring them back here. Down 8 now. 10, the biggest lead for Faribault tonight. Tigers trying to cut that down to 7. And that's not going to happen. There was a nice kill there for Jocelyn Herda. 21-12. Not only a good rush album, but it is our score. And Elena Simon will serve. Nope, jumper, nothing. Wow, that's unusual for usually they take a little bit of a run and a jump to serve. That was Simon getting all tangled up on the dig there, so 21-13. And Abby Harvest will serve for the Tigers. Trailing by 8. And a nice soft hit over. Works for the Queen, Nevaeh Woggles. And 21-14. Harvest continues the service game. Yes, Overly still serving here now within 6. From 10 to 6 for Miss Harvest here. Good service. Oh, she hits the top of the tape and it stays on the Tigers side. Back to the Falcons, up 7 now, 22-15. Trying to close this out, 3 points away. From having the Tigers lead. Well, that's a nice job by Nevaeh Wachholz, hitting it off one of the Faribault girls. 22-16, not done yet. As Leah Say goes back to serve. And they cut it down to 6 before they had to give it back last time. So they can get a run of 4 here. That would be nice. No, they can't, though. It's knocked out of bounds by the Tigers. And 2 points away are the Faribault Falcons for making it a 2-1 game. And their crowd gets going here, doing a little dance. And a valiant effort there from Jocelyn Herta, but Tigers getting the serve back. Say New will be back to serve here. Nice deep serve. And they let it go, and it's out of bounds. So 23-18. And a timeout by Faribault. 23-18 Falcons here. Albert Lea up 2 sets to none. But Faribault trying to close this out and make them go to another set here. We'll be back after a quick break here on AlbertLeaLive.com.
By GT is proud to be a sponsor of Albert Lea Athletics. We're committed to protecting your home with seamless gutters and leak protection, just like we're committed to supporting your local athletes.
Join us in cheering on the Tigers this season. For your home's protection, visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate.
Together, we're building a stronger community on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Gutters by GT is seamless solutions, reliable protection for you and your team. Find out more at guttersbygt.com.
Jay Paul with daughter Farron running the cameras tonight. It's FARIBAULT.com and AlbertLeaLive.com. You see their logos at the bottom left and right because we have both teams here tonight, and they're both in our network of teams. But right now, Faribault trying to close things out. They're 2 points away from taking the third set. Albert Lea trying to go on a run here and take it away from them and win in straight sets. That's a good start. As Talamantes kills that one. Olivia, senior. New, still serving. Down 4 now. Look out. Here come the Tigers. Down 4. Oh, that one got away from him. And I think Say thought that New was a little deeper than she was. And she let it go rather than diving for it there. So we'll go back to set point here for the Falcons. And they will have 6 set points to put it away if they need them. And that's long. No, it was in. Boy, I thought that was long, but that was in. And a 25-18 victory for the Falcons. Now they take set 3. So 2 sets to 1, Albert Lea. When we return for set number 4 here at Ori Jurley Gym on the campus of Albert Lea High School here on AlbertLeaLive.com.
A brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
So the Mets win to take a 2-1 lead in that best of 5 over Philadelphia. They were in New York with the early game today in the National League, and then the Dodgers and Padres playing out west with that series tied at a game each, and the Padres exploding at home. 6 runs. It's the top of the third. They're up 6-1. And they got all 6 in the second inning. Tatis had a 2-run homer to cap it off. And Betts homered in the first for the Dodgers. So 6-1 there as the Padres take the early lead. Tomorrow, all 4 series will be in action, starting at 2 in the afternoon with Cleveland at Detroit. Series tied at a game each. Phillies at the Mets. Again, the Mets up 2-1, trying to close it out. Yankees and Royals at 6 tomorrow. Series tied at 1 each. That'll be in Kansas City. And then the Dodgers and Padres will play again tomorrow night at 8:08 out in San Diego. 25-14 for Albert Lee in the first set. 25-17 in set number 2. And it looked like they might go for a sweep, but Faribault pulled out set 3, 25-18. And we're about ready to go in set number 4 here. As both teams taking it right down to it. There's like 28 seconds left in the timeout, or the time between sets. They both break early and ready to go here. So if Faribault wins this one, we'll go to a 5th and deciding set. That we'll only go play till up to 15, win by 2 in that one. But this one, another 25, win by 2. However they wins, it's over. Tigers, of course, in their dark blues on the left side. And forest green, I believe they call it, for the Falcons on the right. And here we go. Will be Nevaeh Wachholtz, homecoming queen, to serve. And every time I see her mom, I have to call her the Queen Mother. I know it's going to get old, but, you know, it doesn't happen often. Nice kill there. Talamontes on that far side gets it done once again. And a 1-0 Albert Lee lead. Wachholtz is going a big, long service run here. Nevaeh, what do you say? And lefty puts it across. New. Nice dig. Talamontes with a long one there, and that goes out of bounds. So 1-1, early going here, set 4. As into the game comes Brenna Vanderveen, and out for Faribault, Elena Simon. Serving is Amira Williams. Wachholtz with a set, and Johnson with a kill attempt. Nicely dug out, though. That thing was going 150 miles an hour. She wound up on that one, but another nice dig out of the back row for the Falcons. Talamontes there. It's out. Just out, and 2-1 Falcons. The ball went into the corner, probably underneath the stands. The line judge had to go chase that one down. Here's the next serve for Williams, and it is long. 2-2. Serving will be Mackenzie Johnson. See if Albert Lee can get the lead and then just kind of go from there. They had a little struggle in that third set, but trying to close things out here. Nice dig from the back row by Johnson, but can't quite get the ball across, and back and forth it goes. Faribault brings in Anastasia Bachman to serve with a 3-2 lead. Into the back row. See, dug out there by McKenzie. And they couldn't quite get across. That was like, it looked like Araya Hansen had a bead on it, but got under the ball and Kind of a pop into the net there. 4-2 Faribault. Didn't get a solid hit on it. And that was blocked by Faribault, but they do get it across. No, the referee's going to say too many hits. I think that's what he said. 4-3. Albert Lee gets that serve back with Taylor Johnson going back to the line to do it. Oh, and dug out nicely there on the second hit. She came a long way to get that one. Nice job by the Falcons. Albert Lee resetting here. And the Falcons blocked at the net. Still recover. And that one goes down right in front of Johnson. And the Falcons up 2 again, 5-3. Boy, it's a back and forth set. However, they kind of took the first 2 fairly easily, and then Faribault took the third one fairly easily too, comparatively. But this one's back and forth at the early going here. As the Falcons try and stay alive and force a 5th set, and Albert Lee tries to get out of here early. And, that was almost a collision in the back row. Falcons blocked at the net. Can Albert Lee get it across? Yes. Somehow that one went forward. I don't know how she did that. It was Leah Say over there on the far side. She put some sort of spin on it. And a nice little touch over the net. Tigers back in business from the service. Down 1 point here, 5-4. And Harvest comes in to serve. Replacing Hansen. And a block at the net by the Tigers. They can't get that one. 5-6-4 Falcons. In to serve is Elena Simon. We have girls swimming and diving Thursday here at the Albert Lee Pool. 6:30 start time. And then, was it 6 or 6:30? And then football Friday from Waseca, 7 o'clock start time there on AlbertLeeLive.com. That's long. Back to the Tigers. And a 1 point game again. Monday, it's band concert from the auditorium here at Albert Lee High School. And then I believe we'll have more volleyball Tuesday against Mankato West, the final home game of the season. Regular season, anyway. Because the Tigers have a good chance of hosting a section game. As does the football team and the girls soccer team. They could all host, or they all do. The girls soccer team is going to be at home on Thursday for their first section game. That one falls apart for Faribault and ties it up at 6 with Leah Say serving. The boys soccer team is on the road. They're at St. Peter Thursday for their first section game. And the kill quickly back come the Falcons to serve. Jocelyn Herda, senior, will give it a ride here with a 1 point lead, 7-6. Definitely a match now with Faribault for a set and a half here, really playing equally, if not better than the Tigers, and taking a 2 point lead, 8-6. Tigers get blocked. Set by Walkholz. And Alamonte's hit across, but the Falcons were there for it. And Albert Lee hits it out of bounds. 9-6. It's the biggest lead this set for Faribault. Both teams return there, and Tigers. Wachholz sends one across. Dug out nicely. Over that blocking defense, and they trickle right over the hands of the Falcon girls, and it's 9-7. Alberley down 2 with New serving. And the back row. And they try and block it, but it's off of the Tiger girls and out of bounds. 10-7. Faribault in the service game of Jocelyn Herta ends, but she has her team up 2. Wachholz will serve. Into the game is Hansen for Harvest. Hansen, Johnson, and Talamantes up front. Say, New in the back with Wachholz, who serves, trailing by 2. And that one blocked right down. Nicely done by Amira Williams. Gives the Falcons back to serve, and they have the 3-point lead here in set number 4. 2-1 Albert Lea. Waiting, and Williams will serve. Off of New, too far for anybody to get to it, and it's 12-8 Falcons lead. They're playing better than a 1-win team now lately in this last set and a half. They have found something that's working. And Tigers got to get their mojo back. And that one tipped at the net, but Falcons were able to get it across there. A little miscommunication in the Tiger lineup there, but they were able to knock it over. Good dig out of that back row, but nobody between New and Wachholz. They kind of looked at each other and reacted slowly. 13-8 Faribault and a timeout. (13-8). And I just want to look at the schedule here for the rest of the week. I think it's Mankato West that the girls' swimming and diving team takes on Thursday. I don't want to check the start time, but of course my phone is really slow. 13-8, Faribault here, set number 4. Alberley up 2-1. It's best of 5, so Faribault tries to force that 5th and final set. Alberley trying to end things and get out of here at 4. Thinking they could have done it in 3, but boy, Faribault really took it to them, winning by 7 points in that third set. Swimming and diving is against Mankato West. It's at 6:30 on Thursday here on AlbertLeaLive.com. Girls soccer section here against Stewartville at 7 o'clock Thursday. That will not be on AlbertLeaLive.com section game. And the boys are at St. Peter at 7 o'clock in their section soccer opener. Also Thursday, volleyball at Rochester Mayo. That will not be on our air streaming here either. As back underway, 13-8. Long by Leah Say, and that gives Faribault a 6-point lead. Friday, football in Waseca, and then a quick turnaround because they play Wednesday, MEA week, here against Belle Plaine to wrap up the regular season. And again, we'll do Albert Lea section football games, and they might have a home section game to begin with if they can get another win, and they should be able to beat Belle Plaine. Waseca might be a little tough. They can beat them, but it'll be an upset if they do. Into the game here for Albert Lee, first time Sydney Penhallow. Number 10, you can look for her as they get it across. Trailing 7, 15-8. And blocked at the net. Wachholz to Talamontes, who dinked it in there, but they were able to knock it back across. And Falcon Point doubled them up here in set 4, 16-8. Big comeback. If they can force a fifth set, that would be remarkable. Off of Penhallow's hand there and out of bounds. 17-8. Boy, the fifth and deciding set will be thick with intrigue. Albert Lee needs this win to keep alive their hopes of being a home section game, a 4 seed. They actually could get the 3rd seed too, as that one is out of bounds. 18-8. Looking more and more like a fifth set. And with a tournament this weekend in Apple Valley, they could maybe get another couple of wins under their belt. That one too tough for the Tigers to return. And then 19-8. But they're battling with Austin, basically, for that 4 seed. Serving with a 19-8 lead are the Falcons. And Albert Lee bringing in a server, Mackenzie Johnson. Down 10. Albert Lee, Austin, and Casson Manorville just in there too with 8 wins. So actually those 3 teams are fighting for the 4th seed. Highly unlikely they catch Red Wing with 11 wins in the section. And that one is off the Tigers and out of bounds, 20-9. Serving for Faribault is Anastasia Bachman from the left side in her purple shoes. Penhallow comes out for the Tigers. And Danica Pastorius is, no, that wasn't her. I did see it. 5 is Danica. She's in the front row there with Nevaeh and Araya Hansen. Dug out of the back row nicely, even though they're down 12 now. Faribault 4 points away from forcing that 5th and final set to 15. Nice soft hit by the Tigers, but Faribault all over that one, and they get the point. Closer and closer to evening it up. Back row dig over to the Falcons. Into the nets. A long way back. They're down 12. They can't really afford to give Faribault back the serve because that puts them 2 points away from a win. So they need to go on a 15-point run here. I don't know if that'll happen. But Taylor Johnson will give it a try. It goes out of bounds. 22-11. Taylor gives it a ride across the net, and the dig goes over. Tigers stay alive, and a nice soft hit, but the Falcons able to recover and get it across. That one they're not going to get. Hansen with the kill, and it's 22-12. hits right at the line, and it's good. 22-13 on the ace for Taylor. Goes Johnson again into that back row, out of bounds. She's making a run here up to 14, 4 in a row. And a timeout is called. 22-14 in favor of Faribault here in the fourth set. And again, LEA up 2-1. Need a long way to come back to avoid that fifth set. Dodgers come back furiously and now trail. It was 6-1 Padres. Now it's 6-5 San Diego in the middle of the fourth. Big pitchers duel here in San Diego. As Teoscar Hernandez homered a 3-run shot. No, a grand slam in the third for Teoscar. I wish I would have started him in my trying to think, my league here online did not. As that one goes to Faribault, and they are now 2 points away from set 5. Set point here for the Falcons. Well, they did even better. They had 25-18 against Albert Lea last set. Now it's 24-14 if they can close it out here. And that is new life for now for the Tigers as Annalie Hill had a nice smack on that one. And bringing in Harvest to serve with Hansen going out. 24-15. She's got some work to do along with her teammates. Ooh, that one hit under the chin of Bachman, and it's 24-16. I was trying to say FanDuel earlier. FanDuel team did not have Teoscar. That would have helped. When anybody hits a grand slam, you got to have him in the lineup. There's the Tigers trying to keep it going here, and they save it. New hits it over. Can't have any mistakes. Faribault will take 4. They can't quite get it out of there. We'll go to a fifth set. 25-16 Faribault for our viewers back in the city to our north, Faribault, on FaribaultLive.com, as well as here on OurLeaLive.com. So, a 3-minute break between sets. They'll go to 15, win by 2 to decide it. Coming up here on AlbertLeaLive.com.
By GT is proud to be a sponsor of Albert Lea Athletics. We're committed to protecting your home with seamless gutters and leak protection, just like we're committed to supporting your local athletes.
Join us in cheering on the Tigers this season. For your home's protection, visit guttersbygt.com for a free estimate.
Together, we're building a stronger community on and off the field. Go Tigers!
Gutters by GT is seamless solutions, reliable protection for you and your team. Find out more at guttersbygt.com.
A brand new house. The construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. Call Service Master by Ayat today. 877-945-0993.
The man, the yellow van, call Service Master.
Back here at Everly High School Gym, or Early Gym. Fifth and deciding set coming up. Albert Lea, it was really cruising in the first two sets, winning 25-14 and 25-17. before Faribault came storming back in that third set and won 25-18. And even easier in the fourth, 25-16. So they got the momentum. Albert Lea needs to grab that back. And this is a shorter one up to 15, win by 2 to decide it here in the fifth and final set. Working overtime from Orange Early Gym. And we've got the student section with pajama bottoms and robes being led in their cheers. Trying to get the faithful all riled up. Falcons on the court with Tigers still to get out there. They're laughing and smiling in their huddle, so getting ready to go here. Trying to get their 9th win of the year. Faribault trying to get their 2nd, but they have come to play tonight. Tying it up with a really nice performance in sets 3 and 4. And here we are, the final and the 5th set here. Faribault will serve, I believe, to start things. Thanks for watching, our faithful viewers in AlbertLeaLive.com and also FaribaultLive.com here tonight. As we are ready to rock in set 5 for all the marbles tonight. And starting out in that service game is Amira Williams, a sophomore. On the way into the back row, dug out of there. And Albert Lea starts with the first point. As Leah Say crushed that one. No, that was Talamontes. So Olivia gives the service game to Nevaeh Wachholz with a 1-0 lead. Tied up though, people running for cover over at the scores table. And it's 1-1. Falcons serving into the game to do it is Anastasia Blackman. Sends it across. Nice dig for Say, but it goes out of bounds and unreachable. 2-1 Falcons. You know, Faribault had a 7-year, that one goes into the net and back to the Tigers. 7-year winning streak over the Tigers that was snapped earlier this year at an Austin tournament when Albert Lea got the win over the Falcons. But yeah, 7 years in a row they beat the Tigers. One meeting a year. No matter who had a better record or what was going on, it was always Faribault over Albert Lea. Well, they might be coming back to try and do that again here, get another streak going. Albert Lea, though, even with them here at 2-2 in the final set. And this one could come right down to the wire. The way they've been playing these, especially the last set and the beginning of this one. That's long, Faribault point, 3-2 they lead. And back to serve is Kaylee Birkin. Gets the point, now a 2-point cushion. And you're only going to 15. You get any kind of a lead here, and it can help. It's 4-2. Albert Lea needs to stuff this one onto the floor and get the serve back. Set, here's a kill shot off of Falcons and out of bounds. Nyan Paul Reed with the deflection there, but Albert Lea gets the serve back and they trail by 1, 4-3. It's Taylor Johnson serving. She's had a couple of good runs at the service line. See if she can get another one. That one they let go and it goes out of bounds. Nice judgment by Nevaeh Wachholz. Well, she pulled her hands down at the last second and it did just go wide. Point Taylor and the Tigers to tie it up at 4. And across. And out of bounds off of the Falcons again. And that far side, it's working. It's Annalie Hill. And Taylor will continue to serve now with a lead of 5-4. Faribault, oh, nice dig there. Gets across. Faribault, though, there to knock it back to the Tigers. Here's Wachholz setting it. And it's in. Annalie Hill with the kill. It's a Hill kill, and it's 6-4. Yes, 6-4. Albert Lee now with an advantage. Oh, another nice dig for Johnson. McKenzie hitting the floor with regularity, and it's working. That one's out, a little wide, and the run continues for Taylor Johnson. We had Mackenzie Johnson getting the digs and Taylor Johnson getting the serves, and it's a 7-4 Albert Lee lead. Timeout is taken. And the student section is rowdy tonight. They're usually fun to listen to. They got all kinds of good put-down cheers for the visiting team. Quick timeout. Albert Lee back on the floor already. 3-point lead. They are halfway home. Well, a little less than. They got to get to 15, win by 2. Here in the 5th. Of what turns out to be quite the contest. Looked like a laugher. Is that what Lee took the first 2 sets, but then Faribault stormed back the second 2. Now 7-4, Taylor Johnson serving. And that one is in, just inside that far side border, and it's 7-5, and Faribault will serve. New comes in for Taylor. It's Elena Simon serving here for Faribault, and off of the hands of Danica Pistorius, and 7-6. Faribault going for the tie here. New with the dig. And we haven't had a long rally here in quite a while. That's blocked at the net, but it goes out of bounds. Faribault's point. It's tied at 7. Tied at 7, and Elena Simon's service game continues for the Falcons. New with a dig. Wachholz. And a kill there for Hansen. Goes off of one of the Falcon girls. 8-7. Albert Lee breaks the tie and gets the serve back. And Harvest comes in to serve for the Tigers. Up 1. 5th and deciding set. Tension mounts here at O.H. Early, the OJ Gym. That's across. Kid took a dive right in front of him in the stands. That one drops, and Tigers point, and they get a 2-point cushion for Harvest. Abby, senior, serving, up 2. And make it 3. On the ace, and they're only 5 away from the win now with a 3-point cushion. Abby trying to close it out here. Nice serve. They dig it out, though, and send it back. Blocked by the Falcons, so they'll get the serve back. down 2, a 10-8 game with Herta serving. There's Stella and Jocelyn. Jocelyn's a senior. Stella, the 8th grade libero. This is Jocelyn, the senior sister. And that is blocked by Faribault, but out of bounds, and it goes back to Albert Lea with an 11-8 lead. Getting closer now, only 4 points away from the win. Got to win by 2, but they're up 3 now. And into serve will be Leah Say. As Pistorius sits down, and also in is Talamontes for Mackenzie Johnson. And Say with the serve. And a kill for the Falcons. That was nicely done by Mira Williams, and back to a 2-point game, and the Falcons serving libero Stella Herta. Long, 12-9, 3 away. Definite advantage Tigers here, but they got to put a couple of service points down. Keep the serve away from Faribault. And that one is across. No, it went across, not over the net. So 13-9, 2 points away from victory here for the Tigers. And a timeout taken with the 4-point cushion and 2 points to get. Exciting 5th set here. As Albert Lea won 14-17 in the first 2. And then Faribault came back and won 18-16 in the second 2. And it was close, back and forth here in the early going of the 5th set, but Albert Lea has pulled away now with a 4-point lead, 2 points from victory. Back on the floor are the Tigers, all ready to go. And here come the Falcons. Backs against the wall as New will serve, and it's long, but they hit it. Can they get it across? They do. Is it long? It's out of bounds. Ooh, New played it. So they got to go with that. Now it's Faribault now. They get it across. And they can't get it from the side of the net over the net, and that is going to be match point for Albert Lea here. They'll have at least 5 of them, leading 14-9. You got to win by 2. They could have 7 or 8 set points if they can't get it done right away. Let's just hope they can, for Albert Lea fans, they do get it done right away. As that one goes long, and it's 15-9. And an Albert Lea 5-set victory. That's very helpful. They're 9-10. They got a couple of tough matches coming up and a weekend tournament up in Apple Valley. And hopefully they can get a winner 3 up there. That would cushion their win total and maybe giving them an advantage over Austin. I think either way, it looks like the Austin Albert Lea 4-5 seed, and it'll go one way or the other, and they'll play each other in that first round of the sections. But boy, big win as they almost gave it away there. They really gave Faribault the momentum in those last second 2 sets. But in the 5th, they took charge when it counted and closed it out 15-9. Still only 1 win for Faribault, but a spirited effort for them as well. Thanks to our fans for watching in at FARIBAULTLive.com and also AlbertLeaLive.com, and our sponsors, of course. We'll do the Service Master cleanup here and play an ad for them, and then be back and wrap things up here on AlbertLeaLive.com.
A brand new house, or you just got done with a remodeling project. You want to show it off, but the construction has left a giant mess of dust and dirt. This is Beth Ayatt. After the work is done, let Service Master by Ayatt make sure that you don't have to do more work to clean up after the construction crew leaves. Show off and demand the yellow van. Call Service Master by Ayatt today, 877-945-0993.
Demand the yellow van. Call Service Master.
Service Master cleanup includes the first 2 sets going to Elberly, and it really looked like they were going to close it out in straight sets, but 25-14 in that first set, 25-17, and then FARIBAULT started coming back, and they got a 25-18 win in that third set, and then followed it up with a 25-16 win. So it forced that fifth and final set, and it was close at the beginning. Elberly pulling away and getting the victory with a 15-9 5-setter here. 3 sets to 2, winning the match. And again, they'll play Thursday at Mayo. They got a tournament this weekend of the cities, and then they'll be back here Tuesday. We should have that game Tuesday against Mankato West. And then Wednesday next week, football, wrapping up the regular season for the Tiger boys. And so excitement going on here at the end of the seasons for the fall sports. And about a month or so away from winter sports. We'll be doing some basketball, of course, boys and girls basketball and boys and girls hockey, as well as some wrestling quads and duels for you this winter, as well as the band and choir and orchestra concerts that they have around Christmas time. In fact, Monday is a band concert we'll have on elberlylive.com at 6:30. So that is also in the schedule next week. So band on Monday, volleyball on Tuesday, football on Wednesday, and I don't know what for Thursday and Friday. Maybe resting? I don't know. It sounds busy. Thanks to my daughter Farron for running the cameras tonight. Great job for your first time in. You did fine. Farron Paul, nicely done. On the day after your 14th birthday. I'm Jay Paul, signing off from Ori.